well, I just hit the stop button. I'm so sorry about that. Just hit the stop button. So I don't know how to merge these together, so I'll probably have all these separate videos on this. Another end of the year, all right, is on May 14th. Again, May 14th is on Enoch's calendar, is April 30th. But it's May 14th on our calendar, okay? And it's layer 14 on the Jewish calendar, all right? So, and then May 15th is May 15th, okay? Is May 1st on Enoch's. But that's another end of the month, all right? Now, then you go and you have another end of the month, all right? You have layer 29, okay? Which is May 29th, right? Then you have, and there's another one in here, okay? So these end of the month days that are on these calendars, they go neck and neck with the days that I've been talking about. That's what's so ironic, okay? That the days that that he has showed us as things occurring on, they fall all in this order, all of them. And a few months ago, I talked about Psalm 23. I could see why Psalm 23 was always given when he gave us certain things, and it's because all those were occurring on the 21, 22, and 23 of the month. Okay, so by the 23rd, he would show that it was going to be a day. Okay, and it was like, oh, people are going to have to really be saying Psalm 23 that day, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of the death. It's going to be a day at the base of the mountain. It's that time, you know, and in their time of fear, in their time of oh Lord, they're going to be pleading out to him. See, because he's going to show them, and they're going to be pleading, and they're going to be praying, and they'll be saying Psalm 23. Okay, again, and it's for those that come back and help, that go through the wilderness and help the groups, you know, those that haven't gone yet, to make it to the end. You know, that's all for that too. So it's just perfectly divinely orchestrated. I'm telling you. It's missing the boat. It's missing the boat. It's missing the boat. Okay, you missed the first boat, right? And you're like, oh man, I missed it. Now, you're going to wait there by the shore, right? But the waves now are you can see a storm brewing. Again, waves heavier, bigger waves. Now they're getting closer because you can see the storm coming, right? And these waves are coming up higher and higher, and you're right here, and they're like right here. Okay, it's the same. Okay, I mean, you're gonna be praying that that ship gets there. Okay, that next ship gets there before those waves cover you. All right. Then if you miss that one, okay, now you gotta wait for that next boat. Now the storm's coming. Now the storm is like right here, right, and it's gonna take a pounding. And you're pleading and you're praying. You know, Lord, come before I'm swallowed up by these waves. See, that's what it is. The waves, they get worse. They get higher. Okay? They get more turbulent as this time goes. But it's for all his children, his seed. There's your clue, his seed. To know that they have no power. They're not God. And, well, go ahead and pray to your statues, because they ain't going to help you none. Okay? And so I'm sure a lot of them will go pray to their statues. Again. And see, God has to make them see. They didn't do nothing for you, did they? Okay? So they're going to go. You know, the routine, it is hard for people to break what they know, to walk away from what they know, what they've been taught, what they've been their whole life. Okay? So God is going to make them see that He is the only one. So, you know, they're going to go and they're going to pray to whoever they pray to. And when nothing is done, they're going to come to Him. And then He is going to come. And He's going to save them. And He's going to do it. And that's how they're going to know He is the true God. See, because they're first going to go to their gods, okay, or their statues, their gods, and nothing's going to happen, right? And then they're going to keep trying, but then there's going to be that time where they're going to go to Him, and He's not going to turn away. Oh no, you saved me for last. No. You saved me for last. So you can see He's not like that, right? He's not like that. He tells us not to be like that. He tells us to forgive and forgive and forgive. Turn the other cheek. All those things that He told us to do, He's going to do. He's going to do. He's not double-minded. He's not double-minded. He's going to do it. So, after all these different religions, you know, different denominations, different beliefs, whatever, after they do what they would normally do and there's nothing, okay, well, they're going to turn to Him. And He's going to save them. Because he's going to make them see, right? That, well, you prayed to the right one. See, none of the other did anything. You prayed to the right God. And I'm going to come and help you because I'm a God of love. That's what He's going to do. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? So wonderful. But you know what? I'm going to hit some waves. Some big waves. Am I happy for this time? Sure I am. Absolutely I am. Am I sad for those that don't recognize and that are going to have to go through some major sinkholes and so, you know, yes, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. You know, it does. But I know, I know in the end he's going to, because it's going to be for His glory. You know, it's going to be for His glory. Whatever He told us to be as a parent, He is that times 1,000, infinity. Okay? Whatever He tells us to do as human beings, as good-hearted people, He's going to do what we can't imagine. Do you understand? That's what He's going to do. He can't be double-minded. He can't be double-minded. He's going to fulfill all of His word. So, that is a faith thing right there. You have to understand that. That's a faith thing. You just have to know that He's going to do exactly what He said He would do. And if you know Him and trust Him, then you know that that's going to be. Okay? See, He always comes to tell, you know, what's going to happen. And just like in the New Testament, when he came, He was trying to clarify the truth to them, to everybody. Whatever misteachings, and that there again, that's what they did. Okay, who were the teachers back then? The priests, the Pharisees, the Sadducees. They were teachers. Okay, but what were they teaching? So Jesus was trying to show them, well, this is the interpretation of that. But this is what you need to do. I'm here to tell you the truth. All through the Bible, He says, I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. Right? Right. He was trying to tell them the truth. They wouldn't listen. This is what we have today. This is what we have today. Okay? All this has come out now because He wants everybody to know the truth. He does. He does. So, there are people out there who knew this way before I did. Okay? And in my school, these past few months, right, my God school classroom, I have seen and found so many hidden or thrown away or tossed aside articles or writings or just journals of people, that think this and believe this and have, been led by the Lord to show this, but they were slammed. They were just walked on, spit on. I mean, they're just slammed. And they were called everything because people wouldn't believe it. And that tells you right there, what does he say? If the world hates you, must be doing something right. Right there should be a huge clue for us. The truth is always hidden, okay? And you talk about the saying, the truth will set you free. Boy, I've had more moments of just bawling my eyes out and saying to him, Lord, and the truth will set you free. And, I mean, everybody has made fun of that and said it, but I mean, I get it. I get it. I do. And this is about finishing my race now. And so it's not about, like I said, date setting and, it's going to come to, I don't even think about that. Do you know what? I mean, my normal days. But I don't want any confusion. That would break my heart. It's what he has shown me and to finish out so I can see that last piece in there. So I can understand it, I mean, and so I can have clarity and know what he's been teaching me, and so I can see the last page of that textbook. You know what I'm saying? That I've been learning from, that to see, it's almost like the answers, to see if I was instructed. I mean, if I heard and I saw and did I get that formula right? Did I understand that? Did I pass? Did I pass that grade? Did I pass that course? Because I'm telling you, even when I sleep, I don't even sleep because it's just going. But everything is so divinely set. It's amazing, just amazing. So this 276 that I was talking about, that was the number on Paul's shipwreck. And I've wondered a few times, I wonder what that amount is. I mean, why is it 276? Obviously, trust me, everything has got a reason, everything. So this 276, well, 144 or 276, and I thought maybe one time, maybe that's an amount added. Maybe that's a total amount that's on that ship that's going to be going to the wilderness. Maybe that's the amount of people, 276 that he's sending out through the time. Okay, that 40 days, but I don't believe it's 40 days any longer. I believe he's cut that, right? I think it's 21 days, 22 days by the time Jacob was under Laban's control. Okay, so because that's what the Lord had showed us, right? And we know that he's just cutting this time, and instead of 3.5 years, I'm telling you, it's 3.5 weeks. I never believed it if I didn't just see all these things that's repeated in this whole outline here, right? His patterns. It's his patterns. So, that 276, and then yesterday, I must have fell off the chair again. Had to go. You know when the Spirit speaks to you. So okay. So I'm going. So I go, and I already know my research on the 29th because I did that a couple weeks ago, right? And I had to go near the 14th, and stuff. And I've done the 15th before, but I had to go back to like the history orb, right? I didn't know what I was looking for. Abraham Lincoln did die that day too, though. Abraham Lincoln died that day, and some other things, but and some things with the Holocaust too, and some things in 1945 also. But it was the minute I saw it. I'm going down. The minute I saw it, 276. I didn't even read up past. I just saw that 276, and I go, oh, I can't even believe you, Lord. That's it right there. That's what I'm supposed to read. And I read it, and it was about those 276 girls being disappearing and being taken by that terrorist group. So what does that tell us? Well, it's a warning. He's showing us it's a warning that a terrorist group, it's something bad. I mean, it's something with the terrorist group, or it's something with people going to be killed, or people going to be taken, or people. It's just something bad. Okay, so I couldn't even dig into that, more. I just couldn't. But that's what that's about. Now, again, Paul's storm was the 14th, which was last night. So, now, another thing too is, again, I have this down as April 15th on Enoch calendar. It could be 1 to 3 days off. It could be the 14th. Okay, I could be 1 to 3 days off. But because see, I did it differently because I couldn't find anybody. See, I knew that he told us that the Passover, the time of the crucifixion, was between Sabbath to Sabbath. It's Wednesday to Saturday. And he was already dead and buried before Sabbath started that Wednesday night. Okay? So, it was Wednesday to Saturday. Now, I've seen all these people do this, other calendars, but they think it matches, and they match it, but because they have, Thursday to Sunday. But I know that's not right. Or Friday to Sunday. That's not right. I know it's Wednesday to Saturday, but the world doesn't know that, and that's okay, and I know that, but so then people start them on different days. Well, of the equinox. Get this. I drew my wheel and all that, and then I go and I look, and I never seen one, right? So then I go and I look, and I find God's wheel, and the priest wheel, and the colors. Oh, see, Jesus has 3 sashes. They're purple. It's a blue sash. It's a blue sash. It's a purple sash, and it's a red sash, right? Well, for a month, I'm like, I got to check into those sash colors because I know that it has something to do with this coming too. Are the groups that go, their order or something when he's dressed with those different sashes on? I know that represents the groups, a time, something. Everything else I just kept forgetting, right? So when I pull up this wheel, I see the colors. It's the priest sash. Guess what colors they are? Purple, blue, and red. Yes. There's also a yellow, okay, but I bet he wears a gold one too. But these 3 colors, I'm like, oh, there's the 3 colors. Okay, they represent the 3 groups. Blue's always Israel, right? So the purple, I'm guessing, is the first group. Okay, first group. Second group is Israel. Okay, the first group is the bride. Okay, the believers, the bride, those are ready. Second group is blue. Okay, and that's Israel. Third group is red. Those are the ones who's scarlet. They're scarlet. They're stains. Okay, were covered. Okay, their sins were covered. It was the scapegoat. The color of went to the sash. The scapegoat would go out with a red ribbon, right? A red sash. And then it would come back, and it from the desert. It would come back from the wilderness. It would come back, and it would have the white. It would be wearing the white one, okay? And I think at the end he wears the white one. But I was just really concerned about these ones. But it's a scapegoat thing, okay? The 3 is the scarlet. It's the sins. It's the cleansing of the sins. That's the 3rd one. I mean, what are the odds of this, really? What are the odds of this? It's on a wheel. Purple, and purple timing, it goes right with 1, 2, 3. It's all, his everything is on a wheel to him. Okay? So after, anyway, I did that wheel, okay? And then I found one, right? And it blew me away. But then I've got to have an Enoch calendar, right? Timing. But you got to make them. But I couldn't find one on, no matter where I looked, that they all did the Sunday resurrection, and I knew it had to be Saturday. So I go and I find this man who doesn't have very many hits on his videos, or doesn't mean, you know what I mean? And I mean, the Lord totally led me, and I was like, talking to the computer, teach me how do I do this? So he goes and explains it, and I'm like, and it settled right with me. See, I knew that everybody kept starting, like a lot of times they start the day on the 7th day. But see, God wheel, okay, has 4 seasons, right? 4 seasons. He's got, there's the 4. There's earth, north, south, east, west. Earth, fire, water, earth, and air. Okay, 4. The phase of the moon. The 4. It's that has to do with the seasons, and all that have to do with the sun and the moon, stars, sun, and moon. Okay, those were on the 4th day. He made the sun and the moon on the 4th day. So that is a set. That is a set day. So like the equinox, even though through the years on ours it changes, but it should always start on that 4th day. Okay? So I started mine on that 4th day, but you have to start with like the 20th or the 21st, because the 21st was when the equinox was, right? So that was the first day of spring. But see, my calendar, I started it on the 20th, on the 4th day, okay, which is a Wednesday. So I started it as March 20th. Now, I may have, or should have, put the 21st on there instead of the 20th, okay? But I didn't know it was my first one, right? But, and then I went. I mean, I got four dates on each of these, right? Okay, this one, and this is how it goes. But I started on the 4th date. I set it there, and a lot of people started after and stuff. But it was the 4th day that he made the sun and the moon. That's a fixed day. That's a set day. So it always should start on that 4th day. Okay, and I don't know, but I don't know if I did it right. I mean, I think I did it right, but I did it differently than other people, because I know that, and when they would get into how that worked, I knew that it had to be from a Wednesday to that Saturday. So however they were going, and wasn't, I just knew it wasn't right, the one that he was sending me to, and so when this guy just gave your basic of how to do it, and when I started, and of course researching, of course going back to God school, I had to go back to God school again, okay, I've learned more about the moon and the sun and the pattern, the rotation and the seasons and everything I hated, I have to learn. So that's what I did. That's what I did. God told us that earthquakes are always warnings. Always warnings. So the 25th Saturday, big warning. Big warning. Okay? And that was on the 11th. Now, on Enoch's calendar, Saturday, April 25th, was April 11th. Now, go back, do your history, okay? You'll see the last big earthquakes from Japan to, there's another one too, that was like in 2011, 12, 13, whichever ones, they were all on the 11th, like April 11th and April 11th. See, it's that 1-1, it's a double one, okay? That's what it was. So I knew that was a warning. And that was the one I was looking for back in at the end of February, okay? Because it was a warning. It was to start it off. If you guys knew me, trust me, if you knew me, it's you would know this is just so supernatural. You would just know that. You would know that, okay? But I can't be a witness to myself. I can't. And that's what I am. I'm a witness to all of this. I really am. I know that is this teaching and this what he's given is the witness to it, you know. And how when I was, you know, how his clock goes, right, in his years, and it can keep going, right, and it can hold a lot of years. But it was when I was thinking about May, okay, and looking at that May 24th date, right, and I thought, wait a minute, May's 2013, okay, it's considered 2013, right? I'm like, wait a minute, what was that day that one man, that pastor, that, you know, I didn't really pay attention to it, but I remember it's all over the news, but he did all those billboards and herald camping. I think it was May 24th, 2013. Isn't that the day he predicted? I'm like, he was right. He was right. See? He was right. Whatever he got, he had it. But it was on God's wheel. It was on God's wheel. God's time. Okay? Because May 24th, I think that is the big rapture. Then I said that I think that's when he comes for everybody. That's something big that day, or that's the day that, and then that's the day that everybody gets God's word. So that's a big day. So guess what? That herald camping, he was right, because May 24th is May 24th, 2013, on God's clock wheel. How about that? How about that? He was right. He just didn't have the layers. You know, he just didn't have the layers. But you know what? Bless his heart. Bless his heart. He was right. It's so overwhelming. I can't explain to you how overwhelming all of this is. Okay? And God is so much greater than us. I mean, this is way above my pay grade. Way above it. Okay? And you don't understand but you know. You know just as you know your kids' names. Okay? You know those things that you are so sure of in your life. Those things that you come home to every day, those solid assurances in your life, things that you know, okay? That's how this becomes. They become, you know. It's not even a question, okay, of what he's shown you. You just don't even, it's in you, it's in your life, and you just know this is what it is. And that's how he does it. And so people have to understand this. It's just not a throwing it out there kind of thing. We didn't understand. See, we didn't understand his true times and seasons. Because what did they do? They messed with it. Way back when, right? They messed with it. Okay? They changed it. Which affects it today. And he said that would. And it affects everything today. Okay, but so let's say 2012. Let's say April 30th, 2012. Was there anybody, I don't know this because I haven't researched it, was there anybody who said that he would, he would come, the people who said he would come in 2012. Okay, or maybe see if he said, on May 24th. But the end of the month, okay, we're going with, but April was 2011, I mean, March was 2011, April and Nisan, okay, is 2012, May and Lair is 2013, June and Savan is 2014, July and Tamaz is 2015. Okay, that's how it is. That's how it is. So all those people who saw, you know what? In the end, we'll know, because that herald camping, technically on God's calendar, April 24th, 2013 is the rapture. How about that? My friend Roberta drove 4 hours to come here Friday. She came Friday night, stay with me. I was like, I gotta get my house cleaned. I've been with the baby all week, because everything in my life is just like let go. So she drove 4 hours to come and see me, and she brought her son, and she got here about 9:30, quarter to 10, and I was trying to show her, how I've been going. So when I was showing her the calendar, and she had said, first thing she said was, well, remember that pastor, that pastor, that herald camping? She said he was right. And I said, you know what? That's the first thing I thought of too. That's the first thing that I thought of too when I saw that. Don't judge anybody. Don't you think you know your time? No. Okay. It's just like the time. Remember, center of the universe is Jerusalem to God. That's the center of the universe to him, right? So I just realized last night, that, or 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, to be honest with you, that I hear. Well, it was like 3:15 last night or 3:10, and I decided to look up because 1:15 is a warning time too. 1:15, and I'm like, well, if it's 1:15 here, but I'm like, that has to be Jerusalem time, because I remembered everything has to be from Jerusalem time. What time is it here? Okay, it was 6:15 at night in the evening, p.m. 6:15 p.m. is 1:15 a.m. in the morning there. So then I was looking. It's what was 6:15 in the morning there is 9:15. I'm Central Standard Time. Okay, so I'm going by Central Standard Time. Here is 9:15 at your warning times. Remember I said the warning times were like at whatever. Set some clock on your computer or somewhere. Set a clock to Jerusalem time. You have to do that, okay? Because that's what he goes by. That's what he goes by. All right. So if it's a warning in the AM, it'll happen to us in the PM. If it's a warning for the PM, it's going to happen to us in the AM. All right. That's how he does it. That's exactly how he does it. And between the 3 and the 4, again, in my ramblings, okay, back in January and February, I kept seeing that 3 and 4. It's 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4, between the 3 and the 4. Well, because everything's between the 3rd and 4th. He always comes. It's that 3rd and 4th hour. It's that 3rd and 4th watch. Okay, is what it is. It's all patterns. All patterns. 3 and the 4. Between the 3 and the 4. And you have to understand, there's that big rapture, okay, but then there's the time when he battles Satan, but there are times that he does. We would call them calls. First call, second call. There's first call, but they're divine rescues. Okay, he divinely rescues his children. Okay, he divinely rescues those who who call to him, those who get down and plead. A plea is a prayer too. So those who plead to him, and those who are reaching out for him, and those who search their heart and cleanse their heart and call out and see the truth, they see the light, right? And they do, and he divinely rescues. They'll be throughout. I don't know how many they're going to be. Okay, 3 to 5. I don't know. Is there, 4 to 5 times he comes? It's that, because he's so wonderful. He's so wonderful. So when people talk about, there's the one big one. Okay, there's the one big one where he comes and then and that's when he calls all of his children from the four corners, okay? And again, that's when he sees that special remnant walking, coming out of the caves. Okay, that's the 144,000. Again, they've not been fully changed into their heavenly body. They have their gifts, just as Jesus did when he was baptized by John in the river. When the dove came down upon him, what that dove did was, what that light did, it opened heaven. Okay, it gave him an open heaven. So therefore, what he asked for was given, because it was an open heaven, like a light up to heaven, but it was open. And he received all the gifts, okay, of healing, and that's why he could do all the miracles through his ministry, right? But that dove, that baptism, that gave him the gifts, okay, and the open heaven. Now, same thing. See, the 144,000 will receive special gifts. Okay, and that big outpouring that everybody talks about, the big revival and the big outpouring, this is all through this time. The miracles are gonna be done by them. And it's through that time. But the Holy Spirit won't be there, out there. The Holy Spirit will be up there, but they have a direct line. Just a minute. They have an open heaven. They have a direct line, open heaven. That's what they have. I'll be right back.